I want to talk about how I came up with this bag, this design, from an order I got. Basically, the customer gave me this bag and said that they wanted a strong carry bag, half leather and half canvas. And it has to be able to fit these three cases in it nicely, a cleaning kit next to it, and a few more things on top. So basically I went through Etsy and looked at all the different patterns, did searches on different bags and shapes and sizes, and I found this Boston bag by Creative Owl, which I really like. It came with two sizes. I've done the smaller size. Even though the patterns do have the sizes on them when you look at them on the net, you still don't quite know where those measurements are taken from exactly, and I needed to make sure that it could fit these things in for the customer. So I decided just to go ahead, buy the Boston bag, make the smaller size, and see if that works. So I did that and I'm really pleased. But my intention was also to be able to sew 50% on my sewing machine. I've got an industrial walking foot sewing machine that can sew up to 6mm leather like butter. So I knew it was going to be easy to sew parts of it on this machine. It's a flatbed machine. I'll put a picture up of that as well. And so I went ahead, got the pattern, made this, designed the pattern so I could actually do it on machine. I've done a few videos previous to this one showing you how I designed the pattern ready for sewing on the machine, and also once I had actually sewn things like the zips and things like that. Did I make any mistakes? Yep, I did. So when it comes to making the one for the customer, which I will do shortly, and I'll do a full video on that so you can actually watch the processes, the hand stitching and the machine stitching, just in case you decide you want to do a little bit by machine and a little bit by hand. But this one here, perfect bag, absolutely nothing wrong with it. Absolutely thrilled with it. I did an insert for it as well. The pattern actually came with a pocket on the front and the back. The customer didn't want any bulgy sort of pockets, just one zip side pocket. So I did that just to put like the day's markings or a piece of paper in there so he can easily grab a piece of paper and pull it out, that sort of thing. So I removed the two pockets from the pattern and I did the zip. That was actually really easy. The entire zip and the pocket, they were all done by sewing machine. The zip here was done by sewing machine. Attaching all the base part was done by sewing machine. The side parts here, done by sewing machine. These were supposed to be hand stitched on, these side things, but I decided I wanted to give it a different look. I could have machine stitched it on, but I decided to rivet it on. And I've used some old cases, some old shells, had them cut down, my husband did that, and some special screws even made, 3mm screws, so that these shells go through the holes as well, become like a different type of rivet. They are actually the feet as well. So I've got 6 shells there, all screwed on. So it's come out perfect because basically I knew this wasn't going to be for the customer because they want a canvas and leather, but I really wanted to try the pattern out. So I've decided to actually donate this finished bag to a cowboy competition that's coming up in March. So it will go into one of their categories for somebody to win. So that's pretty exciting, and there's nothing nicer than donating a bag for a competition that someone could actually win, take away and enjoy. I machine stitch the strap, so there's stitching all along the strap. Probably can't see that, it's probably a bit far away, but it looks really lovely. I'll do a close-up photo of that too so you can see. So that's beautifully done by hand. What would I do different? I did attach this because I had actually cut this part here, attached this to hide where I cut. That's perfect, that's perfect. But this in-between part here, you can actually see a little line there. To me that's a little bit frustrating. So that's my part of the pattern change that I did. It was not part of the original pattern. So what I'm going to do is when I redo it for the next one is the inside bit I'll actually cut down so it's hidden with the outside, two outside bits. When that gets stitched around there, it'll close it up and that will hide that, so it still have beautiful clean edges all the way round. Anything else would I change? Probably not. I may make this bottom bit a bit wider, that piece of leather. I might make it about that bit wider, only because it makes it a bit stronger for what it's going to be used for. These get quite heavy when they're full. So inside I have done a liner which can be removed. It's just domed in there. That was my own design, and I wanted to reinforce the bottom, so the liner actually has a little pocket at the back which a piece of 3mm board, it's actually wood, goes through there and gives it it's a nice firm bottom, so when these are full it can take the weight, and it's actually reasonably wide as well. It's wider than that piece of leather that's along the base of the bag. And also what I would do different is probably around here. This part here is actually cut inside to the shape of that. I think I'll just bring that long just to strengthen it, and I may even change the shape of this, because you can. It's not actually a design part of the bag shape design, it's just fancy design. So I may actually bring it down like this, because the next one is canvas, and I want the side will be canvas. I want it to be reasonably strong. So I'll bring the canvas up across here and then probably bring that down here and stitch it, and I can do that on sewing machine as well. So the next one I do, I'll probably do a bit more on the sewing machine, and there will be a bit of hand stitching on this one. The hand stitching was basically stitched this side bit to this bit, and then I hand stitched around there and around there. I'm pretty sure that's the only bit of hand stitching on the entire bag that I did. Round there and round there and round there. Oh, I actually hand stitched the D-ring holders on as well. They were hand stitched on. Very quick job. So that's basically, and I had to hand stitch, yes, I had to hand stitch the handles. But I could have actually have done that on the sewing machine. The advantage of hand stitching, you can start from the middle, come down here, start from the middle, come down here. Could have done that on the sewing machine as well, but you'd end up with start and finish here, and I wouldn't like that look. But maybe I may redesign the handles bit so I can do the whole lot on the sewing machine rather than by hand. Anything to make it a little bit quicker and a little bit different. I also think, because I'm doing it out of canvas, this piece of leather here, the front and the back, is basically joined here at the base part. So I think I'll actually make it go right around and just attach the base part, so there'll be the base part in the front and back, just to give it that extra little bit of strength, rather than having a bit of fabric come down inside here and that come up here. Then there's only a small piece, and it wouldn't make it very strong, I don't think, with canvas. Leather's great because it's strong as, and I'm using a super strong thread on my machine. There's no way I can even break it when I pull it around a bit of wood and go like that. It still won't break. So it's super strong, a bit like the wax thread that I use for hand sewing. So yes, I will be doing a full video on that as well, and I'll redo how I'm doing my pattern, because the pattern will be slightly different to what I did for this. But if you like this one and you want to do it out of leather and 50% on the sewing machine and a little bit by hand, watch my previous videos just to see what I did, and see if it's something that you're interested in, because it is a lot faster. It gives it just this beautiful look. Take your time on the sewing machine. There's no like race in getting it done, and that's normally when you start going crooked and doing funny lines. I thoroughly enjoyed it, getting back on the sewing machine. I haven't done that for a while, so I think that's why I'm really enjoying this challenge. It's getting back on the sewing machine, combining leather work and handwork. It's just fantastic. Anyway, I put a link in the description for the Creative Owls pattern, the Boston bag. So if you're looking at making it and you want to make it, do the whole lot by hand or half and half, grab that pattern and have a go. Thanks for watching.